Hi Glowzons, welcome back to my channel. It's me Kagem. Okay, I've got a funny, I think interesting and funny video today. Basically, I'm going to pull up some reviews of the Hermes boutique in Sloane Street and I'm going to react to it. The reason why I picked that one is because that is actually like one of the most popular Hermes boutiques in the entire world. And I like Hermes. I'm not like an Hermes like psycho fan or whatever who's like, okay, everything Hermes does is amazing. But I do like the Birkin, I like the Kelly, I love those cuffs with the like horny, like no, that's the wrong word. I love the cuffs with like the horns coming out. But now, some of the reviews for the Sloane Street boutique are horrendously bad, okay? Like, seriously bad. So I'm going to pick up a few ones that are interesting. I'll react. Of course, there'll be some positive ones, but it's no fun like reacting to positive reviews. I'll pick up some ones and then I'll react to each one, and then don't forget to tell me what you think. Do you think people are overreacting? Do you think it's fine? What do you think? Let's get to it. The first one, I like this one. Okay, so basically just really quickly, he's like, why is it not possible to greet and serve a customer within 15 minutes of walking into the store? Okay, I mean, I think that's a fair point, and I think a lot of luxury boutiques are just tired of clients who don't buy. So you might walk into a luxury boutique or a store or like a department store and get blanked. That's happened to me before. That's happened to everyone. A lot of these boutiques do judge you on how you look, and it is what it is. There is some racial profiling there, which is not fair. There is some general implicit bias in retail, and as someone who's had a retail business before, like implicit bias is there. Sometimes it's classist, sometimes it's sexist, and sometimes it is racist, you know? But here he's like, you know, he's ignored after 15 minutes of walking in. I mean, I think that's not cool, but I know a lot of stores, sometimes the sales associate is just really busy with other people who are buying. So on the one hand, you absolutely deserve the best attention and you deserve to be given that top-notch attention. But if you just walked in and someone is over there buying Birkins, Kellys and scarves, and there are not that many associates running around, you will get blanked, particularly in a boutique like that, where they know that eventually people will come and buy, so they don't care. Okay. This one is really good. One person says, dear SAs at Hermes, I would like to remind you that your job is to provide service to your customers. You are not better than your customers. Remember who you are and what your role is. Some of them are utterly rude and arrogant and definitely not trustworthy. Okay, I mean, this one is fairly loaded. This person was obviously ticked off. They were treated badly at the Hermes boutique in Sloane Street in London. They are ticked off, and on the one hand I like totally see where they're coming from, because it's like, okay, someone wants to buy something and then you're just treating them badly. That's not great, but we don't know how they also were in the store. The bottom line is this: as someone who's had a retail business before, I've had a boutique before, like a physical boutique, the amount of people that come into storefronts to waste time is out of control. Anyone who's run a shop or a boutique knows what I'm talking about. The people that just come in and then want to touch every single thing in the shop, like, oh, I want to see that, 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 and then don't buy a thing. It's exhausting for the people that are doing the physical work of working there, and whether you like it or not, like many people who work in boutiques and stores and shopping centers, they are on their feet all day. I mean, I'm just standing here shooting the video here for you guys, and I have to say, if I was on my feet 10, 12 hours a day, if you come in and then you're like, I want to see that, I'm going to be like, girl, bye. Okay. So I also understand where they're coming from, but I just don't believe in being rude. But at the same time, I don't like this whole, you work in a store, you work for me attitude. That's not cool. So she's also bang out of order, and everyone here is bang out of order. These reviews, which are on Google reviews for Hermes Sloane Street, you can catch them. I won't say the names of the people who've written them, but if you look through them, you'll see them. They point to a larger issue. The larger issue is the following. The bottom line is luxury boutiques, luxury brands have a finite hours in the day to get clients who are going to buy. So like Hermes in Sloane Street, they have a finite amount of Birkins, a finite amount of Kellys for that location, a finite amount of bracelets, etc. So if you're gonna roll up in there, you don't have a shopping history, you don't have a buying history, you don't know anyone in there, and get a Birkin. That has happened for people, or a Kelly, but that's not necessarily gonna happen if you're not gonna buy. And I know this is a really unpopular opinion. Some people are not gonna like what I'm going to say, but many people in retail, luxury, and e-commerce know this to be true. Most people who buy, who are actually paying clients, don't make a fuss. Seriously. You'll be shocked by the people who actually buy, particularly in the luxury, the high-end premium market. So like luxury bags, jewelry, you know, even like luxury properties as well. Those people don't make a fuss. And by not making a fuss, it's the people who work in luxury boutiques, they just know. Not all the time, and sometimes they get it wrong. I'm not saying you cannot walk in there with joggers. Of course you can. But what I'm saying is, and I don't believe in dressing up to go to luxury shops. I don't dress up to go shopping. I'm always comfortable. I don't believe that. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the people who work in luxury boutiques, they have been doing this for a while, particularly people who've been working in shops for a very long time. There's like a kind of sixth sense of, ooh, there's a client that's just walked in. They're kind of perusing around. Let me go over there in a second. Ooh, they want to touch something. They might want to buy something. Then they start talking to you. They start looking at your body language. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, oh, I'm just looking. Cool. That means you're not buying. A person who's buying is going to be like, hey guys, you know, if you're in Saint Laurent, like I want the Saint Laurent Sunset in gray, white, whatever, pink. Do you have it? That's someone who's probably going to buy today, or at the very least buy tomorrow and then come back another time, maybe within the next 24 to 48 hours, okay? The problem is many people go to luxury boutiques to window shop. There is nothing wrong with window shopping, okay? Don't get me wrong. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, you said you always have to buy things. No, absolutely not. Of course you can window shop. But my point is, don't go and window shop and expect to be given champagne. There's a blog, which I don't remember the name now, annoying. And there's this fashion blogger who gave a review of the Louis Vuitton store in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, and she said it was fire. But at the same time, she was like, hey guys, I went there and I bought a Neverfull. And she was given champagne and she was treated really well. So two things. They might just have liked her. Maybe the sales associate just felt her vibe, or they knew she was a fashion blogger, so they wanted to also like be nicer to her because they knew she was going to post pics on her blog. But more often than not, it also depends on the culture of the place. So as a general rule, I mean, other countries where the traffic for luxury brands might not be as high as, say, London or Paris, they might be a bit warmer and a bit nicer and happy to kind of work with you on things. Whereas other places, like in Paris, the Chanel boutiques, the people in there are known for being very, very rude. It's like bang, 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 bang. You want a boy bag? Cool, you get one, you get one, you get one. Okay, you can go now. Because they know they have a constant stream of tourists who are going to come to buy their products. So the question is, like, is it fair for Hermes to treat those people like that? Absolutely not. Okay, every single person deserves the dignity to be treated well in stores. But for the love of God, if you love luxury brands, you love shopping, you have to realize there's so many people who are ruining it for everyone else, particularly in Hermes. The amount of personal shoppers that have ruined the shopping experience in Paris, if you watch other YouTubers and read blogs and articles, like that has ruined the experience there. So Hermes, when they see people coming in, they're like, is this person a real client? Is that person a real client? Or are they just a personal shopper? So it's a bit harsh. Every single person deserves to be treated well. But for the most part, a lot of people in luxury do kind of have a vibe and a feeling for who's going to buy today, because that's how retail works. It doesn't work, oh, she'll come next week, or oh, he'll come tomorrow. It's who's buying today, who's coming in the store to buy today. That's why sometimes you hear about people who do get Birkins without buying history, maybe because the sales associate just thought, maybe this person's going to come and buy today, let them buy today, I don't care, I'm going to support them to buy today. So I think that's the biggest thing you have to understand. If you're going into a luxury boutique and you think you're going to get the champagne, you're going to get the red carpet treatment, you're not going to buy anything, you're not being realistic. You don't have to be treated like dirt. But for the love of God, just have common sense and treat people how you'd want to be treated. People in luxury boutiques and just stores in general do not want to waste time with time-wasting clients. It's not even about the commission thing. Everyone thinks, oh yeah, they earn so much commission. Yeah, they do, but It's more so like, is this person going to buy? How much am I going to sell today so that I also look good when I have my like quarterly review, you know, at Hermes or whatever. One more thing. Lots of people in the like Hermes shopping forums, whatever, Facebook pages, many people have said this to be true, and I personally believe this anyway, is that in general, Hermes store staff are nicer to men than they are to women. It is what it is. Like, I can believe that. And I've heard that from so many people who've been to Hermes boutiques and who said the same thing. Like, if you go with your boyfriend or husband, you get treated better. And if your husband just bops there alone, he might be able to get the Birkin or to get the Kells for you. I mean, that's not really a great way of looking at things, but that probably does happen more often than not. So I think the key thing here is, do people deserve to be treated well? Absolutely. Are people freaking annoying in boutiques and stores, just window shopping and wanting to touch everything? Yes. And this is why many luxury brands employees are rude and cold, because frankly, you walk in there, you want to look around, they don't think you want to buy, they're tired. If you like my videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications. I shoot videos 3 times a week.